Hey guys, Brickwizard59 here, and welcome back to another episode of LEGO Star Wars Set Ideas. And for those of you who are new to this series, in this series we take a look at LEGO Star Wars sets from each movie that LEGO has not either made or remade for a very long time. And this is probably my favorite for Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith sets that need to be made, as there are just so many different sets, so many different landscapes, all that introduced in this movie, so many different characters, and that there are so many different ideas. We have about, 14, 15 different set ideas, which is quite a bit. And if you've not checked out these Star Wars Episode 2 or 1 set ideas, definitely check that out. Link to those will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith set ideas. Starting off with the Battle over Coruscant, we need a New Republic vendor. Now, yes, technically this could also be in a Clone Wars set list of sets that need to be made, but for this reason I'm including it in this because it was seen in the film. So, make a bit more of a sleeker, longer, accurate version of the build. That'd be really nice. As the old one did have a few inaccuracies, make it a bit more accurate in terms of the front section and maybe add a bit of an interesting new interior. And you can also get some really cool minifigures like a Episode 3 clone pilot, Episode 3 clone gunner. That'd be pretty cool. And just maybe some regular Episode 3 clones. Next off, we got the Republic Frigate. Now, this is the main vehicle for the Separatist. Now, this is definitely a bit of a oddly shaped vehicle, and for that reason, I can kind of see why LEGO's kind of staying away from this build. But maybe if you can't make a playset version, do a bit of a mid-scale version as seen on the upper left. I think that'd be also pretty cool. Maybe, have some mid-scale, like the mid-scale version with some cool mini details on it. Or maybe try and make a playset version, include a few droids, droid commanders. But this would be a very interesting set. I think it's a really popular ship, and it's one that we really do need to see in LEGO. Next off, this is a big one, the Invisible Hand. People have been wanting this set for ages. It's gone through LEGO Ideas, reached 10,000 supporters super quick, and yet a model of that was not allowed by the LEGO Ideas group, so they didn't choose to make it into a set, and that was really disappointing to many folks, many LEGO Star Wars fans. So we need an Invisible Hand. The way you do this is pretty much same size as the Malevolence, kind of like the same like features as the Malevolence. Basically, the same like design as the Malevolence, except um, based on the Invisible Hand. So I think it's a really doable ship, especially now that they conquered making the Malevolence. This should be a lot more easier. And it's one we do need to see in LEGO. It's actually a pretty famous ship, even though it didn't have as much of screen time in the film. It has still become a really popular ship in Star Wars and even in LEGO in general. Next off, we need some sort of Padme's home. So here on the bottom, this is an amazing mock. Again, I'll have a link to this mock in the description below if you want to check it out. Basically, all the mocks that I've reviewed in this video, I'll have links to those in the description below. But maybe some sort of Padme's home, that include a lot of cool, like curved parts like you see in the set. Like those curved parts that are used in Jabba's palace, those like curved slopes in like the tan color. That'd be also pretty good because then you can use that in the AAT from episode 1. But anyways, basically some sort of section of Padme's home. It's really cool. And it's seen in the Clone Wars. It's seen in episode 3. And even a bit in episode 2, I think. So it would be a great build, to have in Lego a bit more of like a palace styled and include a new Anakin, maybe a new Padme, and R2D2 and C3PO. So that set on the bottom is pretty much perfect of how it should be. Next off, we need an actual like Kashyyyk set. We've got the Wookiee attack in the past, the Wookiee catamaran in the past, like the AT-AT droid gunship, but those are just vehicles and parts seen in Kashyyyk. We actually need a legit Kashyyyk section. So like basically what I'm saying, the Ewok village. It's literally the Ewok village. You see on the picture on the top left where there's all these different types of trees. So just literally do the same thing they did with the Ewok village where they have a ton of trees connected with like bridges except make it Kashyyyk. So maybe make the tree leaves a bit bigger. Maybe make it like a bit more accurate to Kashyyyk, where you have those like command centers in the trees. But basically, they kind of got the hard part out of the way. So all they need to do is literally take Ewok Village, kind of duplicate it, and make Kashyyyk. And maybe you can include that section on the bottom with Luminara. Again, a cheaper way to get her. Maybe a few new Wookiee warriors. We haven't gotten those guys in a very long time. So I think this would be a very great set, and I'd definitely buy it. Next off, Utapau. We need some sort of either just section Utapau, like seen on the bottom, where you have like a landing pad where like Obi-Wan is, or have the Battle of Utapau, where you have like a Phase 3 Commander Cody. We need him, a few airborne troopers, and just like battling the droids, something like that, or even include some of the residents of Utapau and some of their creatures. Next off, we need a new Boga attack, or just a Boga in general. So the set on the top would be perfect, like a 15, like I'd say $20. You'd get the Boga, you get Obi-Wan sitting on the Boga, and then Commander Cody giving, with the lightsaber and all. So basically the scene that's seen on the top. So that'd be great because you get a new Boga and you get a new Phase 2 Commander Cody, which so many folks want. And that's like still not been released, which is very interesting. Next off, this is a tough one, Jedi Temple. Now, either you can do a really mini scale model, as seen like on the very front first slide of like thumbnail. So maybe a really mini scale model, or maybe a playset version of the Jedi Temple, where you can open it up and reveal like a few different like 4 rooms, one on each corner. So it's not at all to scale, but just have some cool play features inside it. Include like a few new Jedi, and also a few like sections like the library, the council room, maybe a training area, and maybe like a security area or the holocron bolt, something like that. Something just like a playset version would be really cool. Get some new Jedi, that'd be awesome. Next off, we need a Yoda versus Palpatine duel. Now this here is a custom build I made. This set is pretty much perfect. Like $20, you get this Senate Pod, Palpatine, and Yoda. So it'd be a cheap way to get them. And that's basically how the set should look. I think that'd be really cool and really depicts that scene well in the movie. Next off, we need is a Mustafar base. So this is where the Separatist leaders on Mustafar went. So this would be really cool. Include the base, maybe some lava on the outside. But this would be the best chance, maybe like $50 set or $40, $50 set, and include a ton of Separatist leaders you have not included. So instead of Lego having to just release new sets with Separatist leaders, just add them all in one set. It's a bit of an easier way out. So include a Episode 3 Newt Gunray, include a Wat Tambor, the members of the Banking Clan, a few battle droids, Poggle, all the Separatist leaders, just include them in one set. I think that'd be really good. Next off, we need a new duel on Mustafar. So this is basically with, a bit of updated version of that 2005 set, or maybe just a specific section with Obi-Wan and Anakin dueling, a bit more accurate, not more of a playset version as seen on the top one, but just more of an accurate build with some maybe interesting play features. Next off, we need a Felucia set. So I know Lego's like, oh, don't make Order 66 sets because, it's like, they don't make it because, oh, it's like murder and like killing, so they don't want to really do that. So why not just make something of Felucia? So maybe a brand new AT-OT, and that includes Commander Bly, a few of his troops, and Ayla Secura. Or if you see on the corner, there is a Swamp Speeder. So maybe a new version of the Swamp Speeder with Ayla Secura and Commander Bly, and a bit of the foliage like the Battle of Seleucami kind of. I think that'd be a great set, and I definitely get either the Swamp Speeder or a brand new AT-OT. Next off, what we have is the UTAT. Now, this is another big one that so many folks want, the UTAT. Maybe, include a few Galactic Marines, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and a playset version of the UTAT, kind of in the scale of the ATTE. I think that'd be really cool, maybe $100 or whatever. But this would be a great set. New Episode 3 Ki-Adi-Mundi and a few Galactic Marines and Commander Bakara. This is a big set. So many folks want it, and I'd definitely get a set like that. Alright, but anyways, there you go. There's a look at the LEGO Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith set ideas. So thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely tell me what you guys think. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be great. And of course, do not forget to subscribe down below. So this is Brick Wizard 59. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, and I'll see you all next time.